So my name is William Haltz. I'm the undersheriff. To my left is Captain Kim Thompson. She is the Patrol Operations Commander. To my right is Lieutenant Kevin Miller, who is the North Area Commander. Just to recap, this morning at approximately 9 a.m., our deputies responded to a shots fired call at the Redwood Creek Apartments on Sutter Avenue here in McKinleyville. When they arrived on scene, they were advised that a suspect had fired a rifle into the manager's office. A hasty perimeter was set up, and deputies surrounded the suspect apartment. Approximately 20 minutes into this, the suspect did exit the apartment with a rifle, aimed it at the deputies, fired shots. The A deputy right now, is what we know, has did return fire. The suspect then retreated back into his apartment. At this point in time, the suspect has remained in his apartment. He has not communicated with us. We do have crisis negotiators on scene. We have county mental health also on scene assisting us. And right now we have the sheriff's SWAT team on scene that is trying to evacuate the tenants immediately around the suspect because we've had a shelter in order place for people inside the apartment complex to just shelter in place and wait for us to come and extract you from your apartment. So right now we're in the process of doing that. We have slowed things way down because we want to make sure that the safety of the suspect, the officers, the tenants is our utmost priority, utmost importance. So we want to make sure that that happens, and so we've also requested the use of Mendocino County's rescue recovery vehicle. And so Mendocino County has offered their vehicle and is here, has drove up from Mendocino along with 6 or 7 personnel to assist us with the with hopefully the safe extraction of the suspect, and also to help the residents out of their apartments. So that's where we are right now. Again, this is a very dynamic situation, and we are just going ahead and once negotiations start and we start talking to him, hopefully we can get him out, we can get him safely in custody, and we can start processing this crime scene.
Have you been able to identify the suspect?
We have been able to identify the suspect.
Okay. Is he someone that's known to law enforcement?
He is known to law enforcement. We're not ready to release his name.
Do you know what he's armed with, and have you had any contact with him?
We have not had any contact with him since he fired the rounds at us, and he has retreated back into his apartment.
Billy, is it his apartment or an apartment?
It is his apartment.
Pistol, rifle?
It is, yeah, sorry. It is a rifle that was fired at us, and so it was...
Do you know what kind of round was fired?
We don't. We
Do
don't
you know
what kind of round.
how many shots?
It was multiple shots. Not sure what the number is yet. There was multiple shots
But
fired.
he fired multiple shots at your officers.
That's the information that we've received.
And is that at 2 officers or more?
There were approximately 6 deputies on scene at the time.
Has the apartment manager said there was any prior concerning behavior before this incident?
Yes, but that's still under investigation. We are interviewing the tenants and also the manager to discuss his behavior and what might have led up to this.
Do you know how old he is?
He is approximately 55 years old.
Does he have family with him?
Not that we're aware of.
And no hostages?
Not that we're aware of.
About how many people and how close are stuck in there or nearby?
So the other tenants right now, there's probably 8 other tenants in the same building that we're clearing out right now. And then the surrounding apartments, there's about 8 to 10 surrounding residents that we need to clear out.
And the Bobcat, what is that being used for?
The Bearcat,
Bearcat, sorry.
yeah, the Lenco Bearcat is an armored vehicle. It's used to extract the tenants safely. It is an armored vehicle that can stop rifle rounds, which is what the suspects shot at us with. It's a way of we can go in, extract the tenants safely and without putting us in harm's way, and for us also to get close enough to the scene to actually interact with the with the suspect once we do go into that negotiation phase.
And how many fully armed officers do you have on scene right now?
We have SWAT members from the Mendocino County Sheriff's Office. We have our own SWAT team. We also have mutual aid between CHP, State Parks, CAL FIRE, Arcata Police Department, and Eureka Police Department, all on scene. There's about 25 officers and deputies on scene right now.
Perfect. And do you know who was the first on scene?
The sheriff's deputies from the McKinneyville station was the first on scene. So when they recognized the danger of the situation, they called in more resources. Resources were called in from all over the county to assist.
Are those 2 deputies, and are they
2 deputies,
full-time?
yeah, 2 full-time sheriff's deputies from the North Area Command Station, which is here in McKinneyville.
What methods have you guys used to attempt to communicate with the suspect?
Right now, we don't want to talk about the negotiation phase of it,
Okay.
but hopefully in the next couple hours we'll be able to discuss a little more detail about us communicating with him.
Can you say how many of your negotiators are trying to establish communication?
We have 2 negotiators right now that are actively trying to negotiate and working with mental health.
We were told there are also 2 mental health officers.
That is correct. County mental health officers are on scene assisting us, and that is really standard protocol what we use right now. Any other questions?
Can you give any more details about his description? It was said he was wearing dark clothing. Do we know if it was black or brown?
Yes, so it's dark black clothing, white male, approximately 55 years old, armed with a rifle.
And head to foot black clothing?
That's what we received.
And you're fairly confident that the perimeter that was established, I mean, he couldn't have snuck out at any.
We believe that we had a pretty hasty perimeter set up, and we believe that he's still in the apartment.
But do you know to a certainty that he is?
We do not know for a certainty, but we're very confident that he is there.
Okay.
So since we haven't spoken with him yet, I can't say certainly.
Have you attempted to contact him yet?
Not yet.
The whole apartment complex has been evacuated?
The apartment complex has been given a shelter-in-place advisory. We are evacuating the immediate apartments near the suspect residence.
Okay.
And for those that don't have either their cell phones, linked to a reverse 911 call or landline,
So
how are you guys
we've
contacting?
had done a call back. Our dispatch center does have the ability to call residents back via landlines, and if we have to knock on doors, we're going to do that. So we have contacted everyone in the immediate area. They've had cell phones, they've had landlines. We have been in contact with them in the immediate danger zone of the apartment complex. Once we clear those out, we're going to go further and clear out the rest of the apartment complex.
How many apartments are in this complex, do you know?
There's about, I believe, close to 40.
40?
Yeah.
And so you've got probably 30 some people in place, staying in place at this
Sheltering in
time?
place right now. Once we evacuate, it's the option of we have a temporary shelter set up for them to go to, and but it's their option whether or not they want to go to it.
Shelter?
I don't want to say at this
Oh,
time.
I see.
Okay.
The apartment manager was not injured.
And the apartment manager was not injured. Deputy sheriffs were not injured on scene.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.